Good morning. Welcome to my live stream. It's Sunday morning, 9 a.m. I've got some records here. I've got some trivia questions, although I think they're going to be too easy for you all. And good morning. How you doing? Okay, so it is September 8th already. Let's see what I got here for records. All right. I don't want to go through all of them because then I'll have nothing to make videos about. But let's start with this Daniel Ash album here. This is a single of This Love. It's a pretty good one. I love Love and Rockets. Do you guys like Love and Rockets? This album is a Beggar's Banquet release. It's from 1990. And it is from the album Heaven is Waiting. Or no, Heaven is Waiting. I'm wrong here. It's taken from, I don't know what the album is. Do you guys know? Is it Heaven is Waiting is the song on here and Coming Down is the album? I have no idea. But I love Daniel Ash. I love Love and Rockets. I've seen Daniel Ash play in Bauhaus, but never in Love and Rockets. And let's see here. I'm going to start too with a trivia question. And I'm going to put it in the description box too, so you guys can all see it. So funny enough, I'm using Chat GPT to get my trivia. So hopefully the answers are correct. So this first question is, which British punk band was formed by a former member of The Clash and recorded the songs Ghosts of Princes in Towers, produced by the band's former manager, Malcolm McLaren? So here's the first trivia question. I'm going to put it in the description box. All right. Flat, round, and spun VC. I'm not sure what your name is. What's your name? And what you up to this morning? If you're still watching. Okay, my next album here is the Flesh Tones up front. And I have seen the Flesh Tones in concert in San Francisco, and they're pretty cool. This one has some covers on it. It has Play with Fire, which is a really cool cover by the Rolling Stones. The Girl from Baltimore is on here, which is really great. Cold, Cold Shoes. And the theme from The Vindicators. This is from 1980. I got this album in Hollywood, probably in the 90s. I'm not sure what the name of the record store is. Here's another Flesh Tones. This is Flesh Tones versus Reality. And let's see what's on here. You like the Flesh Tones? Yeah. I think the singer from the Flesh Tones used to be or is still on XM radio, like Garage Underground, I think is the show. Alan. Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Nice to meet you. You're going to go grocery shopping? Yeah, I need to go get some supplies today, too. I think after this, since it's only 9, I'm going to probably make some breakfast and then go grocery shopping. So this one, this Flesh Tones album, what's in here? Way Down South, Treat Her Like a Lady. So I used to have this one on cassette and I really liked it. A Return of the Leather Kings. Emergo Records is what the record label. You guys ever heard of that one? I've never heard of that record label before. But I do like the Flesh Tones. And they were on IRS. Here's something on IRS. Let's open it up and see. Says, get the IRS on your back. It's pretty funny. Sounds crazy, but you can get the IRS man on a baseball type jersey with black sleeves and a small, medium, or large shirt. Just send $7 plus $1.50 for postage and either a check or money order for each to shirt, care of IRS Records, La Brea in Hollywood. And don't forget to include how many and what sizes you want. And you can buy them for the whole family. I wish I could order an IRS shirt for $7 plus $1.50 shipping. That would be great. This album in here is, it's another Flesh Tones album. How funny. And this one is on IRS. It's Roman Gods. And this is a promo. Ooh, Ride Your Pony is on this on side 2. And I really love Ride Your Pony. It's such a fun song. All right. Never know what you're going to find. So let's see. You're doing a live stream with All the World's a Stage. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Everybody go and check that out too. Is there a topic for that live stream, Trevor? All right. Let's see here. Here is a single, Mark Moreland from Soft Cell, Tears Run Rings. So Mark Almond, formerly of Soft Cell, Tears Run Rings. And this is a pretty good dance song. It's got the just right mix, the just right edit, and it also has Everything I Want Love to Be. And this is the original version appears on the LP, The Stars We Are. I don't have the Mark Almond LP, The Stars We Are. On a this says $3.98 Baker's Banquet on it. And this is like the usual condition of my records, old and thrashed. But I would say probably 98% of my record collection is original. So, all right, guys, let's see. So no word on what that live stream is about. I was on a live stream. I don't know if any of you saw it with Stephen Westman the other night, and that was interesting. Those cats are all audiophiles, and I am not. So I was trying to hold my own, but I was really struggling. But they were really nice about it. And so that was cool and different to be on that live stream. And thinking about maybe doing a live stream with guests of my own coming up. So if you have any fun topic ideas, let me know. And I would love to do one of those live streams with a bunch of different guests. It doesn't necessarily have to be people that have their own YouTube channels either. It might be fun just to get random people on there talking and chatting about stuff. So that might be fun. Just a few album reviews. Also, we have a guest. I have my little area here is blocked off, so I'm going to have to, there we go. Mikey Maffey to promote his new album. Okay, I'm not sure who that is. Tell me who that is. So here's an album that I love, Altered Images, Pinky Blue. And this has got I Could Be Happy was the hit song on here, and See Those Eyes. And this is from 1982, CBS Records. And I used to have this on cassette. I really liked this when I was a younger girl. It's a great kind of poppy new wave music. And the singer, I think her name's Claire. She's got a real high-pitched voice and it's adorable and very good new wave singer. Speaking of new wave, Animotion with another female singer. And this is the band in the back. Her name's Astrid Plain. Such a cool name. And, you know, I've been to a lot of 80s reunion shows, and I've never seen Animotion play. Have any of you seen Animotion? They've got some great hair and outfits here in the back. And let's see, this one is from 1984. It's a Mercury record polygram release. Frenchie O'Brien, Don Kirkpatrick, Paul Antonelli, Astrid Plain on vocals, Charles Octavio, and Bill Wadhams. I should stop pronouncing names for the rest of the live stream. He's a wonderful young man and guitar extraordinaire. Vocals are similar to Lane Staley. Okay. I just found something in here that I got when I ordered some records on eBay, and it was some Pretenders promo stuff, which was kind of cool. I guess this person that sold me this record was into the Pretenders. So let me show you what was in here. This is just a little flyer. This person cut out the Pretenders with Cat Power. And let's see here. This was, and Juliette Lewis. Okay, guys. So Juliette Lewis has a band. And do you guys know what her band is called? She seems like she's a pretty cool rock star. And like, that's her second career from acting is now she's a rock star. So if you guys know anything about Juliette Lewis, apparently they've been playing for a long time. This Pretenders picture it doesn't have a date, but it looks like it was quite a long time ago here. Here's just some random shots of Chrissie Hynde playing. In the Pretenders. Not sure who took these photos, so I can't give them credit, but very cool. And here's when she was doing stuff with PETA. I mean, she's a big animal rights activist. And there's a little clipping from the paper. And then here, this one says, oh, okay. So those pictures I showed you were from 1981. And they were taken in Huntington Beach, California. And I don't know what the venue is, but there they are, 1981. Cool. So yeah, sometimes when I buy records, people just stick random stuff in them and I open them up and all these goodies pop out, and that's so much fun. Okay, here's something that I really want to replace because it's thrashed, but I'm not getting rid of it until I get a replacement. And the LP plays fine, but it's kind of spilling out. This is Alien Sex Fiend, Ignore the Machine. And if you're into goth rock, this is your band. They're so bizarre, but I really like them. They're a lot of fun. This is Anagram Records. And the back is pretty cool. It says Alien Sex Fiend are Nick Fiend vocals, Yaxie High Riser guitar, Mrs. Fiend on synths, and Johnny Haha on drums. And so Ignore the Machine, the girl at the end of my gun, I'm not mad. And then it has the lyrics on the back here to Ignore the Machine. And it says it's produced by youth. And here it said that it's been taken from the album Who's Been Sleeping in My Brain? And it's a 1985 Anagram Records release. And here it says that the chicken volunteered. This isn't as weird as that John Truby album that I showed you last time on my last stream. It's weird, but it's like a good weird. And I really like these drawings and that pumpkin there. This is so much fun. So yes, not ever getting rid of that unless I can get a replacement, but I don't think I'm going to find the replacement for that. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's a lady that is big on Instagram. This is Josie Cotton. And we were talking about on the last live stream, the Valley Girl soundtrack. Well, she was on the movie Valley Girl and she performed on there. This song, one of the songs that was on Valley Girl soundtrack is School Is Out. That's the scene where she's playing live and there is a big, I think at the prom, and there's a big outbreak and everyone goes crazy and she's still performing and it's pretty cool. This also, let's see, this does not have Johnny, Are You Queer, which is another song that she does. This is from 1984, Electra Asylum Records. And she's very cool. And if you like her, she's got a pretty, like I said, a pretty big Instagram presence. Hi, Steven. The first two Josie Cotton albums are really good. Yeah, I like her style. She's got an interesting look and retro style to her. Okay. Here is something this is an album I really love. This is the Jim Carroll Band, I Write Your Name. And I also have, what's the other one? Dry Dreams, I think I showed you. But this is one of my very, very favorite ones. And this, I think No More Luxuries is a great song on here. The lyrics are just so good. I mean, he's such a great writer. This one has a cover of Sweet Jane on it. That's really good. I think Low Rider is a good song. I think every song on this album is fantastic, really. You love crimes, you make love a crime. The back's neat. It's got all the guys in black and white, and he appears in color. This is just great, classic 80s rock and roll. I really like Jim Carroll. And so it says that this album was dedicated to a friend of his, Ted Berrigan, 1934 to 1983, and Brian Marnell, 1954 to 1983. Apparently, you know, his song People Who Died was very popular, and he had a pretty crazy life. And I've seen Basketball Diaries, but it's been a long time. The movie where Leonardo DiCaprio played Jim Carroll, and he's got a lot of books out. So he's multi-talented, singer, writer, very cool cat. I did see him. I saw Jim Carroll. I think it was at the Great American Music Hall, and he did some spoken word poetry. And that was a pretty interesting show. And he has now passed on onto the other side, but he sure did do a lot while he was here. That's for sure. and I really enjoy his music. Hi, David Ellis. All right. You got the answer to the trivia question. Okay, so I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I went on Chat GPT and I'm like, give me some trivia questions. And they gave me some and they were too easy. I'm like, oh, these guys these guys and girls are going to know the answers right away. So I'm like, make them harder. But I think they're still going to be easy for you guys. But yeah, the trivia question was, which British punk band was formed by a former member of The Clash and recorded songs Ghosts of Princes and Towers, produced by the band's former member Malcolm McLaren, the Rich Kids. Okay, well, I'm going to give you another trivia question here. Let's see. Okay, this one is pretty easy. Which influential alternative band from Athens, Georgia released an album in 1987 that included tracks like Finest Work Song and It's End of the World as We Know It? Come on, Chat GPT. I asked it to give me harder ones and it just, I guess I'm going to have to come up with my own trivia questions. So that might, if I keep asking these easy questions, you guys are going to get them in 2 seconds. REM, obviously. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to ask Chat GPT for trivia questions anymore. I'll have to come up with my own. Here's an album. This is The Cult. And this is Resurrection Joe. So guys, I'm going to see The Cult in a couple weeks in Paso Robles. It's kind of a winery slash, I don't know, it's called Vina Robles. And so I've never seen The Cult, so I'm excited to see them. The tickets have not sold out. They're still for sale. But I'll have to share my experience with their concert. And this one's a Beggars Banquet release. And very cool. I don't have a lot of Cult records. I do have a Southern Death Cult record, which I think was The Cult before The Cult. If that makes sense. I think I've already shown that one to you. So yeah, The Cult, that's the only upcoming show that I'm going to be seeing. Are any of you going to see any live shows upcoming in the next year? And have any of you seen The Cult live? Here's a really funky one. This one is a band called the Cherry Bombs. And the back is kind of funny. I like those purple pants there. Those are pretty cool. This one has side 1, Hot Girls in Love, 100 Degrees in the Shade, and side 2, Feline Feeling and Oil and Gasoline. And this one was, let's see, when was this released? This is off of Lick Records. That's pretty cool. Anita does lead vocals, and I'm not sure if I've shown this record before, but there's a rock band where Anita is the singer, and I'd like to know the story of Anita, if anyone knows. And this is really funny, guys. I have 3 copies of this China Crisis album. How that happened, I have no clue. But yeah, this one has Working with Fire and Steel. I guess I really like that song, and I just maybe picked up 3 copies. This one's thrash. I can probably get rid of it. But I do like Working with Fire and Steel, that song, a lot. So 2 copies now instead of 3. And let's see, here's something that's embarrassingly bad that needs to be replaced, but I'll keep it until I can get a better replacement. The Alice Cooper Show. Someone taped it. I'll replace it eventually. The vinyl inside sounds okay. This is probably something that I can get rid of. Here is a, let's see, Samantha Fox. I want to have some fun. Probably get rid of this one. I like Samantha Fox, but not this one. Let's see, here's a cool one. This is Peter Case from the Plimsouls. And I've seen him live before. And he's a pretty good performer. And so this has Echo Wars on it, steel strings, Old Blue Car, I Shook His Hand, acoustic version, steel strings, acoustic version. And this is a Geffen release from 1986. And yeah, speaking of, again, the Valley Girl soundtrack, it all goes around a full circle with the Valley Girl soundtrack. I really like the Plimsouls. Tragedy and Mystery is your favorite China Crisis song. Okay. You want to do a trade for some Samantha Fox records? Oh, yeah? Well, I can put them aside for you, Alan, if you want. They don't really mean anything to me. I'm not emotionally attached to them at all. Let's see. Masking tape is always a bad idea. It is. It's even a worse idea than electrical tape. That's for sure. It gets really nasty and yellow looking too. Okay, so here's a Lloyd Cole album. I really like Lloyd Cole. And Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. And he has a lot of records out there. He's particularly handsome on this cover. Let's see. The song on here I really like is Downtown. And what was the movie it was on? Bad Influence. It was the movie Bad Influence. I like that movie, Bad Influence. I think I used to have that on DVD. Okay, what else do I have here? A thrashed copy of Grace Jones, Do or Die. That's a cool cover. You guys like Grace Jones? This is from 1978. Island Records. Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. Nothing matches the Commotion stuff. Yeah, the Lloyd Cole and the Commotions early stuff is so good. I don't think I have any. Maybe I have one Lloyd Cole and the Commotions album, but not too much. This is a cool album cover, Marshall Crenshaw. I wonder who did the artwork on this cover. It probably says, but I always leave my glasses at work. Let's see. Someday, Some Way. That's a great song on here. It's power pop, 80s power pop. And this was recorded at the Record Planet in NYC, January 1982. Marshall Crenshaw. All right. Let's see what else do we have here. So I started doing, I do have more LPs to show you, but I started doing a CD video where I was showing my CDs, and I just wasn't into it. I'm just kind of feeling like kind of off and weird this weekend. And so I do have a big old stack of CDs that I was going to do a video about. But like I said, I wasn't, I was kind of just being a little too self-conscious while I was trying to film the video and just feeling a little off. And so maybe I'll do one of those another day. But I'm finding that the live stream format's a lot easier to do. And the thing is I go through my records so fast, I don't really have time to look up fun facts for you guys. But, a lot of you already know the fun facts anyways. So let's see here. Did anyone answer if they're going to see, okay, David Ellis, you're going to see Psychedelic Furs and Jesus and Mary Chain next week. Cool. I have not seen Jesus and Mary Chain ever. Where's the show for Jesus and Mary Chain? I have seen the Psychedelic Furs. So I've seen them 3 times. And the last time I saw them was at this place I'm going to see the Cult at. It's called Vina Robles Amphitheater. And I do like the amphitheater. It's huge. My only complaint, I think I saw them with Crowded House. But my only complaint was it was so loud. Like it was so loud, like the music was distorted, and I wasn't really that into it. Maybe I wasn't that excited to see the Psychedelic Furs because I've seen them before. But what I noticed at the end of the show, before into their second or third song, people started leaving. And I don't know if that's a thing now for older folks to just leave before the traffic gets too bad. But I thought it was really bizarre that people were leaving like their second song in, because it wasn't because they were bad, but I just thought it was interesting. And I've never seen that happen. Like I'm the type of person, I usually stay to the very end of the show. But who knows? But I would have to say that the Psychedelic Furs were way better in a smaller venue. So the time I saw them previously was at a place called the Fremont Theater in San Luis Obispo, and it was really a much smaller venue, indoor venue, and the sound was better. It was a better experience. I was just 3 rows away from the stage, and that is more exciting to me. I'm not really into the big amphitheater experience, although it's fun for music festivals and things. I would prefer to be in a smaller venue, personally, than be outside. CDs, yeah, I can get some CDs out to show you guys. Let's see. I was gonna see what venue. Lollapalooza 92. Oh, you know what? I had a chance to go to Lollapalooza in 92 and I didn't go, and I feel so, but my friend brought me back a t-shirt, and I had that t-shirt forever. And for some reason I decided to clean out my closet and get rid of all of my cool shirts. I'm like, I don't know why I did that. I could be wearing that 92 Lollapalooza shirt around still, and it would be so cool, but why the hell did I get rid of it? I don't know, but I never went to Lollapalooza. All my friends went to Lollapalooza, but I didn't. Let's see. So I've gotten lost in where you're saying you're seeing the Psychedelic Furs, but maybe you didn't answer it. But anyways, the Jesus and Mary Chain, I like them. I don't have any Jesus and Mary Chain on vinyl. I think I might have one Jesus and Mary Chain record on CD, but let's see. I think maybe I'll show you guys some CDs here. Oh, and I'm still, by the way, I'm doing a gig in a couple weeks too. I'm doing an 80s dance party, and I had gotten such a great response from my questions about what 80s songs that you would want to play or dance to if you were at an 80s dance night. So thanks for that. And I am making like a master list. And I also got an email from someone with like a huge list of ideas, and I've actually added some of those to my digital playlist. So the stuff I don't have on vinyl, because I'm actually going to bring records to the gig. And then I'm going to bring like a control record that plays, that's digital, so I can play MP3s through it. So I started collecting like an MP3 list, and I use this program called Serato, and that's where I store and organize my playlists for my MP3s. So I've started a special playlist, and I'm using some of your suggestions. So thank you for those, and keep giving me suggestions, because I'm going back and looking over the chat and writing down all your ideas. So, and that's a lot of fun. And I'm also I was always a big mixtape person. Like that's what I did. I recorded tapes off the radio, and then, then I got a double tape deck, and it was fun. And I'm sure a lot of you did the same. And the same with CDs as well. I still do them with CDs because I drive an old van, and I have a CD player in my car. So I still occasionally make mixed CD compilations when I'm on a road trip. Eventually I'll get with the program and, do it another way, but it's still fun to do it that way, I think. So, all right, let's take a look at some CDs. If any of you are into that. Oh, trade you for the Valley Grill soundtrack on vinyl. Oh, that's very, very tempting. Well, we'll have to talk about that, Alan, because I've been looking for that for a long time. Okay, so let's see. Godfathers? Anybody like the Godfathers? I do. Okay, so this has I Want Everything on it, which is a really great song. Cold Turkey, I Want You. This is from 1986 Link Records. And I think that, they could have been more popular, like the Smithereens, but they just weren't as popular. And I don't know why, because I think they're really great. Is anyone into this? I had all kinds of CDs. Like I had so many CDs, and then I kind of got broke towards like I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. And I went to Amoeba and sold a whole bunch of CDs, and I got hardly anything for them. But I don't know, can't turn back time, but I still have a lot of CDs, and they're a lot cheaper to pick up now, especially if you're in a thrift shop. But you got to do what you got to do. How many of you out there have sold your CDs and then gone back and started rebuilding your CD collection? Yeah, the Godfathers are cool. Okay, so here's one that I was going to actually maybe do a whole video about. And this is the Cars release that came out in 2011. And when this came out, I listened to it a lot, and I would have to listen to it again in order to do a review of it, but I thought it was pretty good. Have you guys heard this Cars release? I mean, 2011 is kind of new to me still. Here is, let's see. This is an interesting one here. This is a 4-song sampler, and the CD is not in here because I put most of my CDs I have in little cases that I keep in my car still. But this is a 4-song sampler from the Heads that were the Talking Heads, but they came out with this little side band in the 90s, and they have guest singers on here. Richard Hell is a guest singer on here, and he does a song called Nevermind from Richard Hell and the Voidoids and the Heartbreakers. And the Heads, it says here, are Chris Frantz, Tina Weymouth, and the text is cut off, but Jerry, I'm not sure what his last name is, and it was produced by them. And so this has another band on here. Let's see. There's a guest vocalist, Gordon Gano, and also Johnette from Concrete Blonde is on here. The song is called Damage I've Done. Jeanette Napolitano, I think is how you say her last name. She's really cool. And this song, Damage I've Done, is on here. It's 6 minutes long. It's a really rocking good song. If you're into Concrete Blonde, which I am. Let's see. I do have Concrete Blonde in here somewhere. Probably one of the best Concrete Blondes to come out. Here it is. Bloodletting. This is an IRS 1990 release. Bloodletting is so good. The Bloodletting the Vampire song is on here. Some kind of ballads like Caroline and Tomorrow Windy. Sad songs, but really good songs. Joey, a sad song. That song makes me cry. The Sky is a Poisonous Garden. That song is so good. It's so rocking. I really like this album. There's all kinds of stuff going on this CD. And if you're a Concrete Blonde fan, which I am, love them. And I have another one. Speaking of Johnette, she did this little side project. I have a CD of this, and it's called Pretty and Twisted. And this was produced by Jeanette Napolitano, and this is kind of a sad CD. It was released in 1995, and I think Mark Moreland from Wall of Voodoo did some guest work on here. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It might have been some other work that they did together. But Billy is on here, Watching the Water. The Highs Are Too High. Mother of Pearl, Souvenir. No Daddy No, Ride. You know, it's a lot different than Concrete Blonde, in my opinion. But here's a song, Stranger, she did with Paul Westerberg. They also did another, like, from the Replacements. She also did that song, Little Problem, with the Replacements. Oh, I love that song. I really love the Replacements. But that particular song that he did with Johnette, Little Problem, is so good. Yeah, this is awesome. Pretty and Twisted. Mark Moreland is on guitars here, and Danny Montgomery on drums, and Johnette on vocals and bass. So yeah, Mark Moreland from Wall of Voodoo worked with her on this one. And, you know, I don't think he might have passed away, I think, in the late 90s. And I did get a chance to meet him. He was a pretty interesting, nice person to meet, just briefly. But yeah, so I did see the Replacements in Hollywood, and I think it might have been maybe 2017-ish. And that was a great show. Has anyone seen the Replacements live? I did recently buy a Replacements album, and it was a live album. And I don't think I have too many Replacements albums on vinyl. But I have a lot of Replacements on CD because I really like them. Let's see here. All right. Let's check out some more CDs. Let's talk about movie soundtracks. This is Cruel Intentions. I like this movie. Soundtrack's okay. It's got Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. I've heard that song so many times. I don't think I could ever listen to it again. but it is a good song. It's got Placebo on it. Fatboy Slim with Praise You. Heard the hell out of that song. Blur, Coffee and TV. I like Blur. Well, I liked them when they came out. Counting Crows is on here with Colorblind. Kristen Berry, Ordinary Life. Marcy Playground is on here. Coming Up From Behind. Craig Armstrong featuring Elizabeth Fraser. Amy Mann is on here from Till Tuesday. And let's see. I don't know. This came out in 1999. I liked it when it came out. And I like Reese Witherspoon and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think they're pretty good, attractive actresses, and they've done a lot of cool stuff. Let's see, what else do we have here? Well, you know, if you like the Smithereens, you're cool with me. I really love the Smithereens. I know, like, I saw them on, I think it might have been Facebook during the pandemic. They were doing like these series of concerts that were really cool. And it was really fun to be able to see them live. And I think that they were doing it like in front of somebody's house. And it was totally awesome. Have any of you seen that? Because I really enjoyed that. And that was a really fun thing. And it was fun. You could get involved and had a little chat box up and stuff. But this is the best of the Smithereens. This has Only a Memory, A Girl Like You, Behind the Wall of Sleep, Blood and Roses, Yesterday Girl, Drown in My Own Tears, House We Used to Live In. Every song on here is good. I really like them. They never get old to me. And I do have more Smithereens on CD. But let's see, I'm catching up here on this chat box. Got rid of a lot of my CDs. Yeah. I don't think I've been into a record shop and bought a CD, so I don't even know what the going rate for them is. But I know there's been like a resurgence of cassette tapes, and they've gotten pretty expensive. And I definitely just pretty much gave away my cassettes when I moved, probably about 20 years ago. And I wish I wouldn't have done that because I really had some good ones. But I don't own a cassette player anymore. I used to. Do any of you still have a cassette player and listen to cassettes? Because I don't know. I can't do it. It's just too much clutter. I have so many CDs and so many records. It's just adding the cassettes into there is just, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get on the cassette resurgence bandwagon, but, would be fun to have a cassette player just, for novelty's sake, but I can't do cassettes. Yeah, they're a niche market. I was looking at some prices for some cassettes and I couldn't believe it. Like I really was like shocked at how much people were trying to charge for them. So I don't know. It's like, do people still listen to things on 8-track? And that's more of a niche market, right? But it would be fun to just kind of have like in your little area, you got your turntables, your CD player, that your double cassette player and your 8-track, and you could just have like lots of options, but just be fun just for, I don't know, show and tell. Who knows? I like the idea of it, but I don't think I'd ever do that. But all right. So maybe we'll ask one more trivia question. Let's see. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make it harder. Let's see if it comes up with a harder question. I've been really into ChatGPT lately. Okay. You guys probably know this one. These are all too easy. Okay. Which lesser known British punk band contemporaries of the Sex Pistols and the Clash released a single in 1977, Oh Bondage Up Yours? Oh, these are just too easy. Okay, how about this? Which punk rock band known for their chaotic live shows and theatrical antics was fronted by a lead singer who would often self mutilate on stage and was later depicted in a 2009 biopic? Okay, X-Ray Specs is correct. Yep. So I don't have anything by the Germs, and I never really got into the Germs, and so maybe that's something that I need to explore and give a fair chance. And yeah, the Germs. I do. I don't know if I've never seen I think any documentaries about Gigi Allen or any of that stuff, but I know there are a lot of people that are into them. Here's something that I'm really into. Let me see if I can find it here. I just have grabbed a handful of CDs here. The Vibrators. So this is British punk. This is from 1977. This is a really cool CD. If you're not into this, I don't know why. This is great. So I think I like maybe New York punk more than I do British punk, but this whole entire CD is so good. Do you guys? Yep, baby, baby. Uh, uh, no hearts on here. You broke my heart. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sweet, sweetheart. There's so many good songs on here, and um, I don't even. They're very unique. I mean, it's it's classic punk, but it's just they just have a really unique sound, and I really like them. And it took me a while to discover this band. I don't think I discovered this band until like the 90s. But once I started listening to them, I really got into it. And so, yeah, if you're into punk and you haven't heard the Vibrators, definitely check them out. They're a lot of fun. Their songs are, short, like Ramones songs. I don't know. I wouldn't call them like the British Ramones, but similar type of quick, fast punk songs. Simple, but really catchy and really good. So I'm just about ready to wrap this up today. What are you guys all up to this Sunday besides going shopping? Any of you else do anything interesting? What We Do is Secret. Okay, I'm going to have to add that to my movie list to check out. The Undertones were the Irish Ramones. Okay, cool. Football. Okay. I'm probably just going to go shopping for supplies, and that's about it. Undertones. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I have to check out, and I just don't ever have time. I'm still working on all those movies that we were talking about, those horror movies and the movie soundtracks. um, Making a video about the artists nobody cares about for my YouTube channel. Oh, an artist. Okay, so who is the artist that nobody cares about? You can't tell? Is it a surprise? Sometimes that when I'm making a video, I'm like getting all stressed out about it and making sure it's all accurate. And then I'm realizing people are only watching like a few minutes of it. And does it really matter, anyways? And does anyone really care? Probably not. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to watch the video and learn about him, okay, Steven? Oh, the new the is coming gonna be delivered today or tomorrow. Great, well, I can't wait to hear about it. You're gonna have to talk about the new the. David Ellis, you don't have a YouTube channel? I don't think you do. I think I checked to see if you had a YouTube channel, and if you don't, why not? Maybe I can do a live stream and you can come on and be a guest, and you can talk about the new the album. Yeah, well, I'll watch your videos, Steven. I pretty much need to spend more time watching other people's videos and, stop making so many of my own. Yeah, David Ellis, you've been awesome. You've been very supportive of my channel, and I'm just hoping you know so much about music, you need to get on there and start talking about music. Well, anyways, so how many of you out there that are watching now would be into going on a live stream with me and talking about music? So I don't have to just feel awkward and try and stare at the screen and answer your questions. I think it might be easier if we all got on a live stream together and talked. How many of you would be into that? Because we can make that happen. We could do it next Sunday or, find a time that's good for everyone. Anyways, if you guys are into that, if any of you want to go and be on a live stream, we could do that. And I think that would be really fun. We could maybe just pick a topic or some random topics and chat away. Or you guys can talk about your own YouTube channels. Today, I'm really struggling with my live stream. I guess the energy, I'm having some low energy, but you do a live chat? Okay, Steven. Well, let's plan something. Yeah, I'm having trouble talking about things today. I'm really struggling, but I'm thinking maybe about doing something different next time on the live stream. I'm open to ideas. Okay, well, we've got one taker, and maybe if we can get a couple of other people, I would love that. And then the rest of you, maybe if you are free, can join in. Okay, cool. You stay off camera? Okay. Well, that's fair enough. Sometimes I like being on camera and sometimes I don't. It just depends, on how I'm feeling for the day. But you sure know a lot about music, David Ellis. So you are a good contributor. Stay off camera. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. And, maybe we'll do that next time. We'll have some more people on the live stream and make it a little bit more interesting. And I'm definitely not going to rely on Chat GPT to do my trivia for me because that was like a real disappointment that the questions were so easy. So can't put anything past you guys. I mean, they'd have to be really, really rare. Like the audiophile channels, they've got to be like, talking about who engineered what and who produced what and in what year and all those things. So anyways, okay, guys, well, I'm going to take off and thank you so much for coming to join me. And when I do another live stream, I'll try and plan it in advance. That way you guys, if you can get a notification, then I'll do a little reminder like I did on YouTube Shorts, just to remind you. And if you can, show up. And you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, football, shopping, all those things. And you guys have a great day and take care of yourselves. All right. Adios.